Hi, lovelies. I'm Carmen, independent Scentsy consultant. I've often gotten questions from customers about how to do this or that or what does this mean. And I try to explain things and they're not quite sure what I mean. So sometimes I find myself sending them to a YouTube video that shows in great detail what's going on and that helps them. But I got feeling like, why am I sending my customers somewhere else? Well, the reason why, obviously, is because I want them to have the best information. But I also figured, why not do that myself? So here's my first attempt at it. I might suck, but that's okay because we'll learn together. Okay, so the latest questions I've been getting are, how do I change my wax? When do I know it's time to change my wax? Well, that second one is easy. If you don't have any scent anymore, it's time to change your wax. And if you're just tired of it, then it's also time to change your wax. So I figured we could do a wax change here today. I change my wax on Sundays. This is Sunday afternoon. And I figured I would do that here. I only brought two of my warmers here. I've got my Polar right here, which is very lovely and is actually part of our bundle this month. And then here's my Gatsby, of course. This one is hard still. I'm going to show you how to take it out of it hard. I have it on because I'm trying to warm it up just enough to loosen it from the bottom. Okay, so if you find your wax has run out of scent, you can't just add more to it because our melt temperatures are so low that it's just going to dilute it and the wax doesn't go away and pretty soon you'll be flowing over. So you need to get rid of your wax then. And then, like, if you want to just put a different wax in, you're tired of it, pour it out gently, like pick your cup up and pour it right back into the clamshell it came out of. You can just, open it up, pour it in there, and it'll harden. You can reuse it later. But if it's just old wax, it's time to get rid of it, and you want to know the different ways. There are several different ways. You can actually take the dish. It won't work on one of these because that dish doesn't come off. But you can take this dish and just put it in the freezer, and then wait half an hour or so. It'll freeze it solid, and it shrinks just a little bit, and then you just tip it upside down, it'll come out. However, if you do that, make sure you do not put it back in your warmer until it has come to room temperature. Otherwise, you'll crack your dish, and Scentsy won't cover that, unfortunately. And so then another way is if your wax is cold like this, turn it on for a few minutes and let it get warming up, and then you just take the spatula that I tend to give you guys when you order a warmer, and you just dig it into it like this, and it pops right out. You can dispose of this. I usually use a paper plate because I do all of my warmers at once. Sweep out any extra, and then I take a cotton ball, and I use these mega cotton balls from Walmart because they're big, they fit. If the wax is, and then I will use some alcohol to clean out the inside. There's a little bit of wax right there. Now you do have to be careful if you have a warmer that has iridescent coating on it, or if it has a gold rim on it, because the alcohol will take that off, and Scentsy won't cover that, so we don't want to do that. So just carefully wipe the inside of it like that, and there you go, clean warmer. Another thing to do is, like, if it's already liquid wax, it's warmed, is to put cotton balls in. Or we have these cotton cleanups, which this will hold 5 or 6 cubes worth of wax, and Scentsy sells those. I don't have enough warmers to use one of these. My only large warmer is this Polar right here that I use on a regular basis. The rest of mine are minis. And so I would use these mega cotton balls. I get them from Walmart. They're just the Equate brand, and I believe they're like $3 something a bag. And there's 100 in there. And so I put 2 in my big warmer, like that. And then I would put 1 in my smaller warmers, like I have one in the kitchen, 1 in the bathroom. I'm not dealing with those right now, just this here. So then that will soak up the wax. And then you pull them out. And then again, this one's not very dirty because that was a dry one. You just wipe it out like that. And you're ready for new wax. Like so. And so now what do you do with the wax? Well, if you decide to get rid of it and there's any scent at all left in it, you can use these as fire starters. Some people will save them in a baggie after they're actually cold, because obviously those are a mess right now. And you can save them in a bag as fire starters if you have a little campfire or if you have a bonfire out back, that sort of thing. I have one customer who uses dryer lint to do that. She actually just pours it out of that onto a pile of dryer lint, and that goes in a bag, and she uses that as fire starters because they camp a lot. So there's, all sorts of ways you can use that. And then when you're adding your new wax, another question is how to open the wax. Well, I pop it out like that. I just push on the bottom if it doesn't come right out. And these dividing lines in the bottom are just perfect guides. And I just use a paring knife and chop down 1 cube if that's what I want. This one I use 2 in. So I would put both of them in there. And then you have wax. I like to have the exact amount of wax because, like, basically I can get 2 uses out of a bar because I 2 in this, 1 in this, and 1 in each of my other ones. Or actually just the kitchen and the bathroom I do differently. And that's 4 cubes, and that leaves 4 for the next time. So I do like them to be fairly precise, but if you don't have to be, and if you want, you can just break them off and add them in there. I just like using the paring knife idea. So that's how you would change your wax, or at least remove the wax, of course. And I hope that helped you guys, and I'll be talking to you soon. See you later. Bye-bye.